Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Harnish and I'm a Young Living Diamond and I'm the author of the Game Plan series, the Game Plan book and workbook, and you're looking at this video because you're about to start boot camp. And so I decided to put together a little boot camp FAQ so that you understood some of the background on this book and what on earth was going on. So this is not video one. Video one is next. It's coming. But I did just want to lay a few things out for you so we can minimize the questions when I jump into the very, very first video. So what is boot camp and how do I do it with my team? Boot camp is amazing. It was an accident. It wasn't something that I put together on purpose. I, about 2 years ago, was doing a training with my team, and they kept asking the same questions over and over and over again. And the most common question was, how do I get people to show up for classes? And every week I did a training, a different person asked the same question, and I got really tired answering it. So I wrote the book originally just to take pressure off of leaders that have to keep returning to the same things, because I think that you as a leader should be able to focus on momentum, on excitement, on energy in your team, on working with those leaders in weak areas of your organization, showing them their gifts and their talents, showing them who they really are, showing them what they're capable of, helping them find their niche, helping them finding their way of sharing, not answering the difference between sponsor and enroller, right? And so that's why I wrote Game Plan. It was a total accident. I didn't plan on publishing a book. It's the first book I've ever written in my life. I'm a homeschool mom from upstate New York, so I don't have a background in publishing books, but it's okay because I don't have a background in network marketing either, and God still took John and I to Diamond in 2.5 years. And so that tells me that you don't really need those things. You don't need a degree in network marketing. It doesn't even exist. You don't need aromatherapy certifications. You don't need all that stuff. You just need passion, and you need to know the steps and how to be able to do it. And if you've got those things in your back pocket, you are off and running, and you are a rock star, and you have it in you to go all the way. One of the reasons why I'm shooting this little FAQ before we do the boot camp is so that you know that I'm not able to answer questions during boot camp. This is not roundtable. I have hosted roundtable for 1.5 years since I wrote the book. I will continue to do that after this boot camp is over. Every Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern, I get on to answer your questions. I can say hi to you guys. But if I do it in this format, when your team goes to watch these videos later, it makes them really long. Okay, so forgive me, but I'm very committed to having short, tight videos so that we don't run long. And the way I do that is kind of ignoring what you're doing underneath me. So I'm so sorry. So sorry, but it'll allow you to have a tighter boot camp that your leaders stick to later on. So what happened after I wrote the book? A couple of you guys got a hold of it and said, Sarah, we want this for our teams. Would you please publish this so everybody's got it? So it's Team Young Living. And I'm sitting here, homeschool mom, 5 kids, autistic son, going, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. And I had a leader on my team that did. And so she took it, she put it up on Amazon, and you guys took it to #1 on Amazon. And so this mom, who didn't think anything like that would ever happen, got to see some really cool things because of you guys sharing on your team. So this is also a thank you from John and I, because boy, this has been a year of awe for us. You took the book to the top of the business charts. It stayed there for 10 months. I was the only girl in the top 20 for 10 months. Matter of fact, Game Plan's 23 on Amazon right now, which is huge. That's out of 1.8 million books. 1.5 million of you guys have taken this book and used it with your teams, which is incredible. And over 8,000 of you have written me and said that you've ranked up using Game Plan. That doesn't have to have anything to do with paycheck increases. Those are actual tangible rank ups. Some of you are now Crown Diamond using Game Plan. Some of you are Diamond using Game Plan. I went Diamond using my own book. So we know it works. You know, I'm always about sticking with what works. So let me answer a couple of your questions that I've seen on all of the places that we posted that I'm doing boot camp. I'm going to run through these really quickly. And then we're going to take this video and we're going to put it up on the oilabilityteam.com page so that your leaders, when they're preparing to do boot camp, you can share this as a preview video and they have all their questions answered also. So let's jump right into the questions that I'm going to end this thing so it's nice and short and tight and your teams know what to expect. What tools do I need? Question number one, what do I need to do boot camp? I don't even know what boot camp is. What is Game Plan? What is this book? Game Plan is like the Bible to young living. It's all things young living in one place. All right. It's all in one spot. One of the things I noticed when I went to train my teams that I needed like 10 or 12 books to train them well, to train them in mindset, to train them in the basic concept of network marketing. Most of the people in your teams have never done network marketing before. And so what is it? Does it actually work? Are all the things I see in the income disclosure guide actually true? Like, is this legit? Is this a true, is it a pyramid scheme? What is that? What's the difference between sponsor and enroller? How come I can't get my ER stuff on my quick order button? A tour of the virtual office. The idea of emotionally detaching yourself from the sale of the starter kit so that you're not carrying that around with you every time somebody says no, because you're going to get more no's than yeses. So, I mean, Game Plan covers everything. Everything. It's all in one spot. It's a 370-page book. So I'm not going to tell you this is easy. It's not easy. It's not an easy boot camp to do, but you will be so well trained by the time that you are done that you're going to hear the excuses leaving your lips before they ever even come out of your mouth. You're going to know it. You're going to know the distractions. You're going to know the potholes in the road. The reason I wrote this book is because I made all the mistakes. I mean, Game Plan truly is a compilation of all my errors. It's all the things I did wrong when I was building my Young Living business, because my goal is to see you get there as fast as you can, to not get stuck in the potholes, to not lose time, to not plateau. I want to see you at Diamond and Crown Diamond and Royal Crown Diamond from the deepest places of my heart, because I know that you can do it. And so that's why we decided to publish the book, because I want to see freedom for your family. I know what it's like to not have anything. I'll tell that story in video number 1, all right? I know what it's like to be in that place, and so that's why we publish. Not to make a profit off of you. I don't care about profits. We're fine. We're diamonds. We're good the rest of our life. That's not what this book is about. This book is about seeing you to freedom. It's about shortening that road for you to be able to go. That's why my website is free. That's why Bootcamp is free. It's why I'm never going to charge you for that, because I believe in affordable business tools. You do have to grab a book and a workbook because it costs me money to print them. I have to pay for the ink and the paper and all of that. I'm really sorry. If I had a way of giving it to you for free, believe me, that'd be the first thing that I would do. But I can tell you, it's the cheapest training you're going to find anywhere, because it's all you need is the book and the workbook and the videos. So 3 components to boot camp. Why 3? Why did I do 3 different things for boot camp? Because I want you to work. All right. I believe in hard work, and I believe that you get out of it what you put into it. So the book, because it gives you all the training in one place. It's everything that you need to know to go silver in Young Living, to establish patterns that you're going to use and replicate to get all the way to diamond and beyond in Young Living. So the book trains you on all of it. I put it in one place because then you can go back and reread it and refresh yourself on it, right? Why the workbook? Many people have asked me about that. Now, it's really interesting. The first time we did boot camp, only 3 and 4 of you guys got the workbook. This time, more people are getting the workbook than the book, which I think is really funny. But the workbook works. The reason is it makes you accountable for the book, right? You're not just passive. The workbook tailor fits the entire training specifically to you. It custom fits it directly to you. So you're writing your opens, you're writing your closes, you're making your list of your warm market that you're going to talk to. You're building your business budget. Right? It takes all those concepts in Game Plan, and it just really form fits it directly to you, so that you got an accountability system, right? When you leave, you know exactly what you're doing. You don't just read it in a book and watch a video. You actually go out and do it. Why the videos? Because I love live format. I just love it. If I could have taken Game Plan somehow and put it in a video, I would have done it. I guess that's kind of what boot camp is. Now, the boot camp videos, we're going to flesh out the book a little bit more than what you're getting in the actual content. So you don't want to miss the videos. So how does it work? This boot camp is in double time, right? We're going to take it twice as fast as the first boot camp that I did. So we're going to fly through this, because one of the things I've heard in the last year and a half since I published the book is that you guys really deeply want the boot camp tighter so that your teams stick with it and they see it all the way through to the end. So there's 25 chapters plus appendixes in the Game Plan book. We're going to do 2 chapters a day and 2 sets of worksheets a day. All right? 2 sets of chapters and 2 sets of worksheets. So for every video you watch, after we're done, you got to pop on, shut off the video, grab the book, go read 2 chapters, and go do 2 sets of worksheets. And then the next day, you're going to do it again. The next day, you're going to do it again. We're going to run this sucker for 12 days. 12 days. Now, if you're watching live, that's going to be Monday through Saturday. I believe in taking Sabbath off, so we're not going to do it on Sunday. And then Monday through Saturday again. All right, 12 days, 25 chapters in the book. The 25th chapter will kind of combine with 23 and 24 because it's a pretty tight chapter. And I'll give you a quick tour of the appendixes because they're liquid gold. If you haven't had a chance to look at those things, Appendix A is how I got to Diamond. So you don't want to miss those. All right, other questions. So what tools do you need? The book, the workbook, and the boot camp videos, which are free. We're going to be collecting these videos every single night and putting them on my website so you can find them again. And so that your teams can use them over and over and over and over again. Question number 2, why are there 2 boot camps? I don't understand. All right, you already got a boot camp on the website. Why are there 2 boot camps going to be on the website? What do I do, Sarah? There's 2 of them. I don't understand. I will never take the original boot camp down. You don't have to worry about that. It's going to stay put. I'm going to leave it up there because there's a lot of passion and there's a lot of crying in it, and I'm not going to be able to get to as much of that if I'm tightening an hour-long video down to 20 minutes, all right? So if you want your teams to have that passion and the crying and the fire and all of that, I was in my realest, rawest place. I was a platinum in Young Living when I shot those. We were living in a 1,300 square foot house. I had 5 kids. 3 of them were living in my garage. Like, it's legit. All right, it's legit. So I'm not going to move those videos. However, the number one complaint that I hear about boot camp is that it's just too long. That people won't stick with it for 25 days or they won't watch an hour-long video a night. So that's what the second boot camp is for. Tight, short, 20-minute videos. So if your leaders really resonate with a certain topic, tell them when boot camp's over to go back and go watch the other video that pairs with it, right? They can go watch the longer one. Or if they want to do an advanced boot camp with their team, they can go watch those longer videos. We're going to leave them up. All right, we're going to leave them up. But I'm not going to lie, this is going to be a kick in the face for the next 12 days. It's quite a bit of work, but it's only 12 days. And the videos are only 20 minutes long, right? Only 20 minutes long. All right, next question I've got in here. Will you ever charge for your boot camp? No. No, I don't believe in subscription services. I was poor. I was really poor, right? I believe in giving you the most affordable tools on the market. So my website will be free forever. My boot camp will be free forever. I told you I'd give you the books if I didn't have to pay to print them. But I really, really believe in affordable business tools. And I believe very strongly in Dave Ramsey training. I believe very strongly that you should not be spending more than you make with your Young Living business. So it's one of the reasons why this boot camp will always be free. Always. You don't know where to find it, you go to my website, oilabilityteam.com, all right? If you need books and workbooks, they're right here. oilabilityteam.com is the website. That's where you can grab supplies. There is a button on here that says shop, and that's where you can find all of the books, right? You can get one book and workbook on here, or you can buy them half off for your teams. You know that, right? The books, instead of $20, are $10. Guys, that's legit. This book is almost 400 pages. It costs almost that much to print these things. So to give them half off when you're getting them for your teams is a big, big, big discount. And the reason I do it is because I want your leaders on with you. All right, you're going to get so much more bang for your buck if you take them with you when you're doing boot camp. So the other button I want you to know about is if you look at Start Here, you're going to see Gameplan Boot Camp. Under the Start Here button, that is where you'll find the videos. Both boot camps will be on the same page. All right, yeah, say it's launched July 16th, right? So we're also going to be putting graphics up so you can use them when you're doing boot camps with your own team. These are the original videos, and then as I'm shooting the new ones, the new videos will go up here above the old boot camp, all right? So that's why we have 2 boot camps. One's long with a passion, one is short because we want your teams to finish the content. All right, I want them to get through the content. So where do I go to watch? Do I need to join anything? That's the next question I've gotten a ton of. No, you don't need to join anything. I don't want to charge you anything. I know it's hard to believe. I really, truly want this to be free. So if I did it in Zoom format, there were 170,000 of you on the last time. Zoom can't handle that. It would knock you guys off. So that's why I do it in a Facebook Live, and then we're going to collect the videos and we're going to put them on my website so you don't have to scroll to find them. Many of you have asked me, what if I'm going to miss a video? What if I'm on vacation? They'll be on my website. So you can go there and click on boot camp and you can watch the ones if you've missed them. All right. I do recommend you do them in order so it follows the book and you're not completely lost. But you can find them on my website, or if you are in the live edition, you'll be able to find it on my Facebook page. This is where I do roundtable every single week. Now, we're not doing roundtable during boot camp, so if you're watching it live, there is no roundtable. But when boot camp's over, I'll resume roundtable again. It's on the Oil Ability with Sarah Harnish Facebook page, and I get on every Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern, and for a half hour, 40 minutes, I answer all your business questions. It's free. I'm not going to charge you for it, all right? You don't have to join anything, but I do recommend that you bring your leaders with you, all right? There are, let's say, almost 51,000 people doing boot camp this time around, so it's awesome. It's awesome, awesome, awesome business training and free, all right, and free as well. Okay, next question on the FAQ. I'm doing good here. I'm getting through these. How long will the videos go? 20 minutes. So each of the videos will be 20 minutes long, and we'll be covering 2 chapters every single time we do a video. 25 chapters in the book plus the appendix, 2 chapters a day, 2 sets of worksheets a day. Do I need the second edition? I get that a ton. If you've noticed, on the top of this little ditty says updated second edition. What's the difference between the two of them? The difference is after I published the book, I had a team of Royal Crown Diamonds go through the book for me and cross every T, dot every I, make sure everything was kosher, everything was flush. They gave me about 8 pages of recommendations. Then I collected all of your questions, all of your comments, all of the things you were stuck on, the things that you read and maybe you didn't get total clarity on. I added an entire strategy section on Rising Star bonuses with brand new graphics in it, a huge blowout on how to talk to people you don't know. There's an FAQ section in the back of the book now with your top questions from Roundtable, 35 powerful questions that are not in the first edition. There's a tribute to Gary Young at the beginning of the first edition, and then I spent days collecting all of his quotes, and I put it in the back of the book and printed a photo of him with permission from corporate in the back of the second edition. There is an introduction from Ollie Wanker, who used Gameplan to go from gold to crown diamond in about 6 months by doing boot camps with his team regularly. And so he wrote the foreword to the second edition book. There is some information there from Dr. David Stewart, who also uses the book with his team. It's a very powerful book, very, very powerful book. There's about 70 pages of new content in the second edition. Do you need it? You know what? If you're in a place where you can't afford to buy the book, you know my heart on that. Don't you go buy stuff that you can't afford, all right? Don't do that. You just get out there and you do the best you can with the 101 script until you have the paycheck to be able to go afford more business tools, all right? But if you got $20 and you can wing it, go get the second edition because it'll be a little bit easier for you to follow along. We're talking 70 pages out of a 300-page book. So that's almost a quarter of the content of the book that's new, that's been updated. The new starter kit is in there. The 101 script has been updated. So there's a lot of really good stuff in that second edition. So do I recommend it? Yes. If it's going to put you in financial peril, no. Okay, I'm probably the only book author out there that tells you not to buy the book if you're going to be in financial peril. I don't want you in financial peril, all right? I want you to grow your business and get to diamond. That's my heart for you. And if my book puts you in a position where you can't do that, then don't do it. All right, don't do it. But if you can wing it, it'll be easier for you to follow along if you got it. Same thing with the second edition workbook. There's about 10% new content in this, including an entire section in it where I've got you crossing off things that are a distraction and staying focused on the things that actually grow your business is very powerful in the workbook. All right, next question. Do I need to read each chapter first? Nope. When we start tonight, the first homework assignment is going to be read the first 2 chapters. So you don't have to do any homework before the very first video. Where can I find the videos later? I showed you that earlier. That is on my website, oilabilityteam.com, oilabilityteam.com. If you're behind and you're just starting the boot camp, maybe you're doing it with your leaders after this original boot camp is over, it's okay if you don't have the books. Just get them as soon as you can. And the fastest way to do that is to head over to Amazon because the books are on Amazon Prime, all right? So if you go over to Amazon, let me flip it up here. If you go to our Amazon, you just type in Game Plan. Now, it's kind of hard to find the second edition, so make sure you get the one that's got the blue line across the top. Otherwise, you're getting the wrong book, all right? And I don't want you to have the wrong book, so you got to type in second edition to be able to get it. And the workbook, whoop, that's my other book, Balance. But the bookbook and the workbook are both on here, all right? They're both on it. So if you need to get it really quickly, go get it on Amazon. If you want to get them discounted for your teams, then order it on my website, all right? Because it's half off on the website. So what if I can't be on every night? That's okay. It's all right if you can't be on every night. Just try to catch up as soon as you can. Videos are only 20 minutes long. If you're going on vacation the first week, or you're going to miss a couple of days over the weekend, or you got a big class coming up, or leaders retreat, it's okay. The nice thing about the second boot camp is there's only 12 videos and they're only 20 minutes long, right? So just hop on and do the videos in order. Otherwise, the chapters are going to be out of order in the book when you're doing it, and you get a little messed up. All right. Will you be closed captioning these videos later for the hearing impaired? I will be. So after we have the whole boot camp done, then I will be closed captioning them. So if you are hearing impaired, you'll be able to watch those a little bit later on. You get the most bang for your buck by taking your leaders with you. So I highly, highly recommend you go through your organization, look at all of the people that have sold a starter kit in the last 6 months to 12 months. Those are your runners. You want your runners running with you. You want to see a huge OGV spike from doing boot camp, then you need your leaders on here with you. You need to do it with them. All right. When I did boot camp, the first time we did it as a dry run, the book was spiral bound. I hadn't published it yet. I did it with my team. I was a platinum. We had a 30,000 OGV spike the first time that we did it, but I had my leaders on with me. You only get that spike if the leaders are doing it with you. Then the second time I did it, we had published the book. It was the first edition of this book. We published it. I took my leaders with me. And we had a 70,000 OGV spike, and we hit diamond from Gameplan. We hit it because of my own book. We actually hit it right at the end of the original boot camp, which was awesome. So you want the most bang for your buck, you go look at all the people that have sold kits and you get them running with you. You get them running with you. You find those leaders that have got one big leg and the other leg is and they would rank up real quick if they did boot camp. You get them running with you. All right, you get them on here. You find the leaders that have fire at the beginning and don't have fire now, and you get them running with you. You take all your level 1s, your level 2s, your level 3s, you invite them, and you bring them with you. You bring them with you. I'm seeing you're all tagging your leaders. You are so smart, so smart. That's how you get the OGV spikes from boot camp. If you're on here by yourself, you're probably not going to see a huge bang for your buck because you got all the information in your head, but you don't have it in your leaders' heads, right? So you want to bring them with you if you want the huge, huge spikes. So I like a game plan, but why game plan over other systems, and how do I use game plan with other things that I really like? All right, let me just tell you one thing. I am a diamond with no ego. All right, it doesn't hurt my feelings if you're using other systems. Matter of fact, I use other systems with my own team. All right, game plan is not, I don't use it exclusively with my team. I love some of the other stuff that's out there. I love Eric Worre's GoPro training. I love Danny Johnson's training. I advocate for that. I love Nicole Perez's Propel book. I love Richard Bliss Brooks' 4-year career. I love that stuff. I love Bethany Shipley's Diamond Workbook. I utilize all the other tools that the Diamonds have put together. Matter of fact, I utilize them so much that I actually spent 4 months collecting them. And I put all of the other stuff that the Diamonds have created in the back of the new game plan book in a section called Follow the Diamonds. There's like 4 pages with all the other trainings that they put together also. So I'm a huge believer in following people that have results, following people that have what you want, right? Chasing them down and learning what they've done. So I know game plan is not going to resonate with all of your leaders, right? It's fast paced. There's a lot of content in it. It's very systematic. And maybe it's not going to fly with everybody, but you know what? Maybe it flies with enough of them that it gets you an OGV spike. All right, so how do I use game plan with my team? I do boot camp team-wide twice a year. 2 times a year. So I do it in January and I do it in July. Why? Because my team tends to clock out those 2 months. They love to clock out right after Christmas, and they love to clock out right right during summer vacation. And I'll see this little dip in my OGV. So I train my teams hard during those 2 months, right? Because I don't want them clocking out. I don't want them just clocking out on me. And then the other 10 months of the year, I encourage and incentivize my leaders to train 2 to train 2. And what does that mean? It means they take the videos that'll be up on the website. They take the book and the workbook. They pick 2 leaders on their team and they privately coach them, right? They take them through boot camp. It doesn't mean you're rewatching the videos again. It means you're an accountability partner, right? Tell me what your excuses are. I want you to tell me your biggest excuse. Now write the opposite of that out. And you speak that over yourself every day. And you're just working intimately with 2 of those leaders. Maybe a leader that's got a thunder thigh that would rank up really quickly. Maybe somebody you see a lot of potential in. The one person that month that sold 6 kits, right? I'm not doing it every single month with my team because I don't want my team to have game plan boot camp burnout, right? But I do want new leaders that are coming in that I see potential in, maybe that don't have a leader between you and them. I do want them to know all the nitty gritty about Young Living. And so those are the ones that I take and privately coach. So you see how I use it with my team. Now, what do I do in the months that I'm not doing boot camp? Well, this last month, I just finished doing GoPro training with my team. I'm about to launch after this boot camp is done, because my team is on here doing boot camp too. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'm about to do Vicky Opfer's Heart-Centered Sharing series with my team. I love that. So do I use other things with my team? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I would really, really strongly encourage you to do that. But behind the scenes, I'm training you to train to. Because what happens with that? Then your leaders step into a position of leadership. They're not just passively watching videos, reading a book, and filling out worksheets. They are leading. They're leading to other people. The chances of your leaders dropping off go down by 90% when they have one person under them, right? So the goal is always to get at least one person under them, because you want them to stick with it. Right? You want them to stick with it. So that's how I utilize Game Plan. And I'm a strong believer in other training systems. I think you should be using them, but I do it team-wide twice a year with my team. All right? Let's see. Why don't you just train on income-producing activities? Sarah, how come you don't just focus on teach classes, train your leaders, and get people on ER? How come you don't just focus on those three things? We will hit those very hard in boot camp. But why do I not train on only those three things? Because there's like 10,000 other questions, right? I mean, your leaders are going to come to you and say, all right, I just signed him. Now what do I do? Where do I put him? Where, I don't understand. What's the difference between sponsor and enroller? What numbers do I use? All right, you can't just train on only the IPAs. They have to know the other stuff. It's really, really important that they get all of it. Right? That they understand it. They got to understand how to duplicate. That's where Game Plan comes in, duplication. We're on the edge of Crown Diamond right now, and I didn't do anything. I literally did nothing. It's because my team boot camps all the time, right? So they keep duplicating and training their own leaders, and I'm just kind of sitting here watching my OGV go from 200,000 over 500,000 because of boot camp. All right, because they're out there duplicating. So you want to train duplication into your team. You want to train essential rewards. You want to train lifestyle in your team. You want to train against negativity in your team. You want to train against excuses. None of that stuff is teach classes, get people on ER. It's more than that, right? So that's why I do Game Plan with my team-wide twice a year, because I want to refresh them on it. I want to refresh them. So that's why I train on everything. I've already done Game Plan before. What now? Sarah, I already did it with you. I did it a year and a half ago. Why do I need to do it again? Well, have you hit the rank you want to be? I mean, there's only 45 Royal Crown Diamonds in Young Living right now. Are you one of those 45? If you're not one of those 45, then do it again, right? Do it again. Every time you do it, you're going to get something totally different out of boot camp. Do you know why? Because you're a different leader. You're in a different place. You've learned different things. You're a powerhouse. You're a rock star. You've already mastered some skills, and you got to master some more. All right, you've got to master some more. So, yes, get on and do it again. All right, get on and do it again, and take all of your leaders with you so you get the most out of it. The most out of it. I don't have the books. What do I do? I've already told you what to do. You can start with the videos, but I'd encourage you to get on Amazon Prime and get them as quick as you can, especially if your team has already started without the books, because hello, that's like 500 pages of training right there. You don't want to miss that. I can only cover so much in a 20-minute video, right? And I'm focusing on the stuff that's not in the book. So you really want to make sure you got that book in your hands so that you can fly through it and you get all the information inside your head. Is this Game Plan 2? I've gotten that a lot too. No, this is not Game Plan 2. I spent a year making sure this book is perfect. All right, I wanted perfection for you. I wanted to honor Gary Young and his legacy. I wanted to make sure all the little tweaks and kinks were out of it. I wanted to answer your questions you're asking me all the time. That's why the FAQ's in there. I wanted to make sure that we hit everything in the first book. This is everything you need to get to silver. Literally, everything you need to get to silver, right? Everything. Game Plan 2 is not written yet, but it is outlined. And I am working on it this summer. So it is coming. Yes, we will have another boot camp off of the second book. No, it is not only for people who have hit the rank of silver. If you have one leader under you, you will be ready for Game Plan 2. Okay? Yep. No. All right. So if you're on live with me, it's not 8:30 every Monday. We're doing this in one sitting. So we're going to go 6 days, take Sabbath off, and then 6 more days. So that's how I'm doing it in the live edition. If you're watching this and you've missed the live version and you're watching it on the website, all 12 videos will be collected and be put underneath this FAQ video so you understand. Train 2 to train 2, I've already explained to you. Don't be a passive learner. right? When you step into that position of leadership and you start using game plan to train your teams, that's where you start feeling the power of the system, because you're getting the momentum behind you. You're getting your leaders running all in the same direction. So get ready for fire, get ready for passion, get ready for strategy and focus. It's all in one place. I'm so ready for you. It is game plan time. And if you are on live, we are going to be on at 8:30 Eastern tonight with the very first video, which will cover 2 chapters. So I will see you soon. I love you. You are able. You are capable. You are enough. You have got this. You can handle boot camps. You get out there and you go get it for yourself, because I believe in you. I believe in you. You have what it takes to go diamond. You have it in you. You just got to get out there and you got to go fight for it. I'll see you soon. It's game plan time.